10 years seems like a significant time. And as I was looking back, I just wanted to just talk about what these last 10 years have been. You know, this seems kind of awkward and very natural at the same time. To reflect on the last 10 years and from July 29th, 2015 to July 29th, 2025. Man, I guess the first thing that comes to my mind was a scripture that we had hanging in our home was Psalm 112:7. It says, "They do not fear bad news, but they confidently trust the Lord to care for them." You know, after 10 years, that same frame in scripture is hanging in our house today. I just wanted to take a few minutes and reflect on how thankful I am for so many things in my life. I want you to know that our girls are thriving in life. They have become such incredible young women that I see you in them every day. To see their change and how they've navigated difficult circumstances, but not letting that be an excuse, but something that they can hold on to and keep moving forward. I see you in their laugh. I see you in their spark. Sometimes they're just funny stories and things that they talk about. But I also see you in their faith and their love for God and their desire to serve God. I want you to know that we talk and we share funny stories about the memories, our family, and how we navigated different circumstances in life. Stories come up of the times that they would talk you into getting a snack after school or hanging and watching TV. But also we talk about the funny things that would happen, like a casserole dish blowing up on the oven, and it seemed to, at the time, ruin a Thanksgiving dinner. But honestly, that's one of the things we talk about. It's those little things in life, the challenges and the hardships, that really have become some of our most cherished memories. I want you to know that we keep your memory alive by living a life of gratitude, by being thankful for the small things that we have in life, and remembering that God is with us through every circumstance, that we don't have to fear, but we can confidently trust that He will take care of us. I want you to know that I'm okay, but it took time. In some of those early days, everything was in a fog. But slowly I was able to see that the calling that God had and that we saw in our life and serving in different parts of the country, that God didn't just throw that away, but He had new things for my life. I remember times when I listened to a playlist that was some of your favorite songs during trying times or when you were in treatment. And I remember one point when I could listen to those and it wasn't just a crushing memory, but it was one that I could cherish. When some of those songs brought a smile to my face. In time, I was able to take those next steps, knowing that God had a plan to be able to help other people who have also been impacted by difficult circumstances. I want you to know about Kari. Her story and situation, much like mine, facing the loss of her husband. When we met, it felt like a combination of blessing and betrayal. See, for both of us, we married our high school sweetheart, both experienced loss within the same window of time. But God brought something into our lives, someone that had the same passion for being a mom, and that we're able to continue and move forward and experience new love, and that it's not a replacement of before, but it's an addition. And thank God that He gives us the capacity to love and love again. I want you to know what we're building. You always had a heart for people who had experienced brokenness, who would walk through challenges. It was out of each of our experiences that we were able to start a program helping people who had faced significant loss to be able to find purpose again, not to just sit in our brokenness, but that we can use it to help other people. I want you to know what I've learned in these last 10 years. One of the hardest lessons is that grief doesn't end, it just changes shape. It looks different now. There's always, on special days, there's always someone that is missing at the table. But while those waves may still come in, they just don't crash as hard. That we can look at those times and remember and reflect, and it can bring a smile to our face of how grateful we are. I think one of the surprising lessons was that people showed up in ways that I never expected. People that walked alongside us, some that we barely knew, and others who have been friends and loved us well for years. People have walked this journey with us. One of the life-changing lessons that I learned is that God's plans for my life didn't end on July 29th, 2015. They just changed. They took on a different shape. That moving forward now, life has a different meaning, but God reminded me that He still has plans for my life. And to see how that has come about, so different than what I imagined, but it is so fulfilling. I want you to know that I haven't forgotten. Some of the memories and the traditions that still continue to live on and that we implement. Now we implement as a big blended family, that we're bringing traditions from both sides. But we haven't forgotten those, and we continue to cherish those. I haven't forgotten your laugh, and I haven't forgotten the values and dreams that you held so close to your heart. I want you to know that there are still times that I wonder what you would think about a decision. There are times that when something unexpected happens, or people that have been friends for a long time, that I want to pick up the phone and text or call. 10 years, while it seems like it was so long ago, other times it feels like it was just yesterday. I want you to know that you're still loved, you're still honored, and you're still cherished.